home opener, you get the win. What do you think of the team's performance today?
The important part was the result, and this place is a fortress. Fans come in and together with the players, with the staff, with the fans, we managed to get the job done and get a result. Performance-wise, I think that we're going to want to improve in, of course, we're going to look there first and want to improve in different areas with and without the ball. But it was a night of creating a lot of chances, and it was exciting that we're creating those chances. It's exciting that different players are creating and different players are getting into opportunities to put the ball in the back of the net. So I think it gives us good momentum to go into the week wanting to improve and get this important result.
It seemed like you guys were pretty in control of the game throughout the match, but that there were you kind of allowed Orlando to stay in it with maybe some sloppy moments on defense. Would you agree with that?
I think Orlando kept themselves in the game with some really dangerous players, and it's hard to keep that front three quiet. It really is. We seem to be doing an okay job over the last 12, now 18 months, or 17 in this game. But it's really hard and really tough, and at some point they're gonna create, they're gonna cause some mayhem and get half an opportunity. The fact that we kept them quiet for the majority of the game was a huge plus, and yeah, we've had a 2-week break and we had a lot of excitement and I'm sure there's a few nerves that meant that everything wasn't perfect. We wanted to try and play in their final third as much as possible and create a lot more opportunities that we did. The last game we've gone from Carolina to creating a few, to Chicago creating a lot, and then tonight I thought we exceeded that, and yeah, it would be nice to get the third goal. But that third goal could have opened it up and really got us rolling there, and we probably shut the front door on Orlando a bit later than normal because we thought the third goal was there. You know, we wait till the 85th minute until we shut it down and wanted to see it out because there's always that chance. And I thought Anna and Efi, they brought really good energy. Mal and Tyler was superb for the 60 minutes, and then I thought Anna and Efi did exactly what the job description was today, was come on and make us better and lift the energy as it just started to drop. And it's a hard work for those two forwards up there, and pleased with them, and everyone else played an important job keeping us dangerous and trying to keep Orlando quiet.
Mark, talk about you were really effective getting ball wide both halves in terms of keeping that pressure on, and I'm sure that was part of the game plan, but just talk about how you were able to be so effective getting the ball wide and then attacking from there.
Yeah, I think that we didn't know what if Orlando was going to try and stop us going wide today, or they were going to stop us going central. Of course you want to stop everyone going everywhere. If they changed their shape, and disappointed we couldn't take advantage of that earlier because a team playing a new formation against us, you know, they probably have some lessons to learn. We didn't quite take advantage of it before they got their goal, and then I thought we grabbed control and saw out that first half. And they clogged up the midfield. I think they really wanted to stop Sinclairs, which gave Kling and Midge some fantastic areas to get at them. Midge showed why she's been one of the most dangerous players so far across the league at beating people, and she created her final product in creating chances was really, really good tonight, and putting them into right areas. And it's going to be a long night clipping Midge's clips tonight because she had so many great actions. And the team took advantage of that. There was a good matchup on that side, and we wanted to feed that matchup while it was there. So they clogged the midfield, and despite that, we got wide. And Sinclairs was probably the reason they wanted to clog it up. They managed to get in the final third and create some opportunities to score goals. And those two have been they've been big time with scoring important goals so far. I thought they were fantastic at Carolina, and unfortunately didn't get what they deserved. And 2 games in a row now they're on the score sheet, and I think that they're just getting going. You know, we've just gotten back from international break. We've been managing their bodies all week. Linz didn't do a full session till yesterday, and Sinky's eased back in. I think those two are just only going to get better and better here.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that process with key players away. You've been through this every year, but how does that influence your preparation with a week off even? Yeah,
we've been through it, and we try to improve the planning and the execution of how we're going to manage it. I think the biggest thing that we've learned from last year is we're playing soccer that suits the players that we've got right now, and it's really positive. It's hard working, and it's trying to break lines and get forward, and and pin the opposition in the 18-yard box and score some goals. I'm sure there's going to be some transition here over the next 2-3 weeks. We get the Australians and Andrew Senior back after the Washington home game. They'll be back in building up to Utah. So it'll be a really fun but also challenging couple of weeks transitioning everyone back in. But the group's excited. Anna's slipped in and she's a fan favourite in the changing room already, making fun of people and letting them know they better work hard, otherwise she'll make sure they do. It's been a great transition for her, so we're excited to see Ellie. Obviously Russell will be back in, but see Ellie and welcome Andrew Senior in.
After two games in which it seemed like the midfield was largely bypassed when you were creating attacks, it looked like your midfield over the course of this game really worked its way into the game and started controlling the game. Can you speak a little bit about how they played as a unit? Yeah,
Orlando changed their shape and went, we can call it a 5-2-3 or a 3-4-3, but we had 2 centre mids from them against our 3 centre mids, and we wanted to make sure we do 2 things tonight, not let their front 3 get their high press and get momentum from their high press onto our back 3. But by using the back 3, draw them out to create a bigger 3v2 in there. We tried to get the message on in the first 10-12 minutes that the space was there, and that we did take advantage of it late first half, and then in the second half, when the ball was when we calmed down on the ball, we took advantage of it again. We needed to go wide and make sure their wing backs were being pulled out and their backline was shifting across to really isolate their 2 centre mids. Weber, Holt and Narn did a good job trying to keep the 3 quiet, but our patience when we did go wide to come back inside and then break lines was good at times, and something that we'll want to continue to build on.
Coach, a couple weeks ago you talked about Lindsay stepping up in big moments. Talked about it after practice one day. Tonight they go up 1, they hit the crossbar, and it really seemed like both her and Sinclair really stepped up. I wanted to get your thoughts on that, to what extent you thought their play was crucial in bringing you back from those moments.
Yeah, the last 2 years, when we're really under pressure, Linz has stepped up. Sink does it every game, but Linz has stepped up when we really need it. And what she's doing now, she's stepping up every single game. And today, she was being very influential before they scored, and then she just continued being influential in the game, and seeing more shots from her in and around the 18-yard box is a target, and it's great that she took that, and she took one in the second half as well. We want to keep encouraging her shooting from distance, and Sink, that we're watching one of the very, very best in the world for the last 10, 12, 15 years. We've got to enjoy this person and this player every opportunity that we can, and it's a privilege to work with her and support her in probably physically in the best shape of her life. And there's just a hunger and positivity and drive about Sink right now that's contagious. She scored the penalty against Chicago, and the passion that she showed when she put that in to make it 3-1, and the group fed off that. We're not going to see many players like Sinclair, guys, and we've got to take advantage of these games while she's here in this city, leading us to victories.
I know you said before it's kind of a privilege to coach here, to play here. It's a one-club mentality. How special the weekend though to be involved with it when there's 6 points between you guys and the Timbers? Yeah, the Timbers staff were all up here cheering us on tonight. Gio emailed me this morning, making sure that we felt good, and same last night. We were here and watching the Timbers, and it's a special city and special community, and around that an organisation what Merritt, Gavin and Mike have done to build is really really unique. And being a part of this and supporting the Timbers, being a part of this in helping the Thorns continue what has been a very successful 5 years is a true privilege. And with wins like this tonight, I can keep riding this wave and enjoying it.
Thanks, Mark.